Hi, guys. Okay, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, but no promises. I want to take this opportunity to express some gratitude and reflect on where I am in this moment. Today is momentous in that there are two new games being announced by Multimorphic, Ender's Game and Dungeon Crawler Carl. I had the wonderful opportunity to work on both of these, and they were both very different projects and really creatively fulfilling in very different ways. But this isn't about those releases so much as the fact that I'd been chasing this dream, this creative dream of working as an artist in the pinball industry. And it was a terrifying, scary, inspired journey that's still going, right? But it's not so long ago that somebody had to take a chance on me. David Peck, Rotor Dave in New Zealand, he took a chance and saw my portfolio, didn't know if I was right, but I was eager, and he gave me the opportunity to work on his Led Zeppelin re-theme of Bally Freedom, old electromechanical machine. That was my first pinball project, right? And then from there, we did an all-original game with Motorhead. All brand new layout, complete art package, animation, sculpts, art blades, playfield, cabinet, everything. That was truly my training ground. And I was able to really express myself in new ways and get a sense of where I might fit in this industry. And meanwhile, I've been doing trade shows and getting to know manufacturers and enthusiasts. And Jerry Stellenberg and creative director Steven Silver at Multimorphic, they gave me my first opportunity to do a production pinball machine with Portal, which came out not even 18 months ago. That's crazy. That's crazy to think. Because in the time since, I've also been crazy fortunate to work with Barrels of Fun on Winchester Mystery House and with Jake Danzig of Killdozer Studios on Monster League Hockey. All three of those games came out last year, and that surreal just dumping of new things that had been long in process but got released in a short time around one another is really, really incredible, and that's not lost on me. And now I'm so fortunate to again work with Multimorphic on these two new titles, Ender's Game and Dungeon Crawler Carl, and both of which were terrifying and fulfilling in different ways. Ender's Game, we didn't reference the film. We went straight to the text, and I had to just be absolutely terrified and figure out, what was this going to look like? What is this world? Who are these characters? What are the props and the creatures and the environments? What do these things look like? And there's a lot of churn when you're doing that kind of that work, coming up with something from scratch. Does it look like this? No. Okay, maybe it needs to look more like this. And that's a year's process, and something that I will forever be proud of and scared in retrospect. That's a very vulnerable place to be. A lot of these projects, every new thing is a very vulnerable experience, trying to find your way. There's no formula for this. And maybe from the outside in, people see things that I've worked on and see some cohesiveness and consistency stylistically. But from the inside, coming at it fresh every time is really scary, not having a formula to count on and trying to find new techniques and new approaches that are going to best suit the individual project. So Ender's Game, completely from scratch. Dungeon Crawler Carl was similarly just incredibly fulfilling because I got to be a supporting actor and a bit of an art director to bring a cohesive package with the original book artist, Luciano, to bring the visuals that everybody that's a fan of this series would expect, and that would feel as true as possible to the source material while presenting a fresh face, new original artwork for the cabinet. And then I got to work on the actual game playfield and the presentation under glass, and lending art direction to Stumbler with the incredible sculpts that are in this thing. And to be on both the inside and the outside of that process, I can just feel so excited and fulfilled for everybody involved. Glenn Wechter worked on audio and sound effects for Ender's Game, and I feel like I am vicariously experiencing this release for him as his first production game, because it's been not so long ago that I was just desperately chasing that dream and terrified that it would never happen, and experiencing heartbreaks along the way. And I'm celebrating that for Glenn, and for Wesley Johnson working on rules for Dungeon Crawler Carl, similarly his first production game. And just I love that this time around it's less about my like internalized sense of self. I'm enjoying this release cycle as a part of these teams and being able to support other people's dreams of working in the industry and doing incredibly creative, interesting projects. It's a very interesting market. It's a difficult market. People can be very opinionated, but they can also be extremely passionate. And I think that the people that embrace these new titles are going to be very handsomely rewarded. I'm so excited for you guys to see these things, and I'm just incredibly thankful for everybody giving me a chance and giving these games a chance. I will be at Southern Fried Gaming Expo this coming weekend, so come by my booth, look at some art, ask me about the games, let's hang out. And in the meantime, I'm looking at investing in some new hardware for my personal work. These games, they are very, very demanding with my time and resources and my self energy, and my personal work really takes a hit. I don't develop as much new work for myself, and so things like my dimensional woodcuts, I'm very eager to invest new resources into these sorts of things, and I'll be making a very painful large purchase soon of a new laser cutter to further enable me to do that sort of stuff. So again, thank you for sitting through this 8-minute video, me rambling and just being incredibly thankful for this moment, and reflecting on all the people that took a chance on me and allowed me to do this kind of work. Thank you.